Hey guys, this is going to be quick, but this is the key moment for your improvement in sales. There's no great salesperson. There's no great actor. There's no great. In fact, the only difference between an actor and a salesperson is that an actor practices their lines. And so the only way you're going to get really good is by role playing. And so there's a special way to do it that seems to work best for most people. I'm going to share it with you now and encourage you to find a partner, find somebody that will throw objections at you and play with you. Not crazy, but 5 minutes a day. You're 5 minutes a day becoming the best in your business. It's that simple. Just 5 minutes. So just do it. So the main things you want to role play at the beginning is the two ends of the sales process. So the introduction, you got to get good at schmoozing. You got to get good at creating rapport on the front end really quickly. So what your spouse or your kids or somebody's walking down the hall with you, you stop them, you say, hey, nice to see you today. I'm glad you came here on time, real quickly, and you just notice something about them. Awesome shoes today. Awesome shoes. Oh, thank you. Boom, and you start a little thing and you practice the front end very quickly to gain rapport, and then practice the back end, which is, of course, overcoming objections. Overcoming objections is part of the sales process. Never give the price and pray. Prepare, expect, hope for the objection, because then you get going. I'll tell this one story, which I hope I haven't told too many times during this program, but when I was a stockbroker early on, I was a terrible stockbroker, but nobody was better at opened more accounts than anybody. As a young man just getting started, my cold call, and we were cold calling then on the phone. Hello, Mr. Jones. I wonder if you can help me. My name's Dan. I'm with Bear Stearns, and I'm calling to see if you might be interested in a 9% paying Fort Howard bond. That was my pitch. Every single person said no. I expected them to say no. They wanted to say no. I wanted them to say no, because the sale doesn't start until I can overcome that first objection. So I followed the process. They said, no, I don't do that. Got it. Well, hey, let me ask you this. When you do invest, what's been successful for you in the past? And if that engaged in conversation, I had a chance to move things along to potentially find out and create a discovery call and all that stuff. But it didn't start until they said no. I had to get the no. That no was the rapport building, by the way. I mean, what I said, my pitch was the rapport building. Hey, Mr. Jones, wonder if you can help me. Use the 7 magic words. Never say, hi, how you doing? Say, wonder if you can help me. Hey, Mr. Jones, wonder if you can help me. My name's Dan. I'm with a company called Bear Stearns. I was calling to see if you might be interested in a 9% paying Fort Howard bond. No. Got it. Makes complete sense. If I were you, I'd say the same thing. So first rule of overcoming objections is, as we did in the other course of how to overcome objections, always agree. And so I'm just going to agree. I'm not going to get my heart rate's not going to increase. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to expect it. Got it. Totally understand. Hey, but let me ask you this. When you do invest, what's been successful for you in the past? So that needs to be practiced. You could practice that part alone in the car or when you're working out. Anytime, just pretend someone says no to you. You say, got it, perfect. Listen, I was hoping you'd say something like that. But let me ask you this, and then you go into it. So you got to get that first part there. But then when you role play, I never role play, the entire, your entire pitch, your entire presentation. Break it out into little parts. Do the vision question. Today we're going to work on vision questions. Today we're going to work on consequence questions. Today we're going to work on objections. And the objections that you work on, the number one you're going to always get, so I would start with this first, is I want to think about it. Perfect, I want to think about it. I want to think about it. Got it. That makes complete sense. Listen, if I were you, I'd say this. I was hoping you'd say that. Actually, I was hoping you say you just go ahead and buy it right now. But second to that is, I wanted to see if you could think about it. Perfect. Let me ask you this. Go ahead and think about it and, take as much time as you need. But let me ask you, as far as the program's concerned that we talked about in this presentation, do you see how it makes sense for other people? Do you see how it's worked for other people? Yes, yes, yes. And do you think if you did all that and we gave you all this that we were talking about in the previous thing, and you committed to go ahead and work in this program, do you see how it could work for you too? Yes, I can see how that could work for you. Great. Well, that I got to ask this: when you're in your quiet place and you're contemplating all your life decisions, what's rolling through your head? What's going on right now? And have them tell you, and then it gets to the price and you go for there. So just overcoming that. See, the purpose of role playing is just to see if you can get back into the conversation. And so you practice different ones. Practice, I need to think about it. Practice, it costs too much. Practice, listen, send me an email. Send me an email, send me some information. Practice that. Got it. I appreciate that. I'd love to do that. I'll send you a bunch of stuff by email. Let me show you. Do I have your email address? Yeah, email's good. Okay, what exactly would you like to see for all the things? Okay, I'll make sure I get that out. Hey, let me ask you this. According to the program, can you see how it works for other people if you get all this stuff and you do all this stuff and you just go into your commitments and get back into it? And then you ask them, what do you need to see? After I send you this information, and I will send it to you, then what? It's your turn to be there, but practice it and get so comfortable with it that it doesn't make your heart rate go. A couple things will happen too. When you role play enough, and especially if you do it in the morning, you'll kind of hope for those objections. You'll kind of hope for the difficult people. Sometimes you get people on the phone. Remember I said you start at the introduction. You want to role play that, and you want to role play your objections. Do that stuff first. Sometimes you'll get people on the phone. All right, listen, I've talked to a ton of people like you before. Just tell me the price. And you got to practice that. How do you deal with that? Got it. Listen, I totally get it. You've probably worked with 100 people like me before. Let me ask you, what would you hope to pay for this program like this? And they say, well, I have no idea what you guys do on here. Perfect. We're in the same place. Why don't we do this? Why don't I ask you a few questions regarding yourself and your situation, and I'll see if and how I can help you. If I can, I'll let you know. If I can't, I'll let you know that too. Does that sound fair? I can get you in and out of here in 15 minutes. Make sense? Good. Boom. And then you get right into it. But you could practice that, and then you'll be able to overcome it. Really good thing. So what I want you to do is down below, I'm going to have a PDF for you on like the basic things to go ahead and role play and questions back and forth. So you find somebody, a partner, he or she hits you with one, then you answer, then you come back and ask the other, and you go back and forth 5 minutes, and you are a rock star in 2 weeks. 5 minutes and you're a superstar in 2 weeks. So far ahead of your competition by role playing. This is the Mac Daddy. You do this and you're going to kill it today. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Rock and roll today. See you soon.